Well, look what we have here. We have the SS Helios 6. So this is the newest issue from the official Starships collection from Star Trek. Issue number 5. And I will tell you right now, looking at this, I'm already impressed just by the artwork. But we will have to open the box, of course, to see what we have here in the contents. If I'm not mistaken, this was Dr. Crusher's ship in the beginning of Picard Season 3 when she was with her son. So let's just stop there and take a pause, and then we'll open this up and go through it together. So we've opened the box. First thing we see here is we have our magazine, which comes with issue 5 on the SS Helios 6. I love the color scheme that they use for this design, how you got some different aspects of the ship in there that come out right to the surface with your deflector dish, the warp nacelles. I gotta say, for this little ship, they look pretty stylish. We're not going to go through the magazine too much, but I'll just go through some of the artwork so you can see what you get inside here. That shows you the ship completed on its stand. A nice little front view, gives you some stats. It's a Phoenix class. It's 119.7 meters long. Captain Beverly Crusher. Affiliation, Mariposa, and the propulsion is the Impulse Warp. Okay, probably get some nice concept artwork in here. So there's a little bit of a background on it. I'm not going to go read through all of it, but if you get this issue, you can do that yourself. But love the design on the bottom here too. Here's some different views. You got a top view, there's a side view, and we go to the other side with the front and the back with the Impulse and warp nacelles. Another top view. And then they have an article that goes into designing the Helios. And it says here briefly, it was designed by John Eves, who was asked to come up with a design for a small ship that could have entered service 40 or 50 years before the action of Star Trek Picard. So it's actually an older ship. And here we have some renderings of different concept art from, I guess, the older designs before they came up with the final one. It was kind of boxy looking. You can see how it made progress through its creation process there, which are all impressive, by the way. They even went with extending the nacelles here. And I believe this would be our final concept drawing before they brought to life in the 3D format. I was impressed. It was a nice little ship in the show. Alright, so we'll put that aside. And I'll take this out. Whoa. Here's the bottoms for the stand. Our little hockey puck. And if that annoys anybody, I'm sorry. I just like calling them that. If you've been following my series, I started that with the first one. Childproof, as always. Seal, there we go. We'll put that aside. And we got our little plastic stand here. Go ahead and pop that in. Okay, like so. And then we'll get this out. Wow. Here, let's move the box over here so we get a better view. So here's your side view of the ship. Okay. And I believe this was supposed to be a science vessel that Dr. Crusher used. So I imagine the crew complement for this size ship was not very big. I want to say maybe 100 people or less they had for a full staff. So you could really put a whole lot of personnel on this ship. But I love the warp nacelles on this, the way they designed it. Even for an older ship that they had in the show, this one is nice. I believe that those are the Impulse engines inset there. Okay. I like the blue filament they used, and right there that sticks out to me, even though that's painted. And then you got a lot of details going on the bottom here. Here's your observatory. And I've been enjoying these ships so far in this collection. The last one, the Enterprise F, I did a review for if you're new to the channel. So I'll leave a link in the description so you can watch that one or any of my previous ones. I love this design. It looks very sturdy just from the feel of it. The weight displacement obviously feels heavier in the front. But this is probably unique as itself. From what I've seen out of most of the ships, you don't see a design like this where the saucer within the cells is aesthetically combined to look uniform like this very often, if that makes sense. I really like how they have the shuttle bay down here, and we can draw that in just a little bit. Here, I'll put this light on. If it's not too bright, you can see the detail a little better. I like how you can see the little landing pad there, so little shuttlecrafts can land. I'm going to assume that this right here might be an aft photon torpedo launcher. Okay, and I'm not sure if these little circle spots here represent escape pods. I'm wondering if those are for escape pods in case of emergencies. These could be the phasers. They're tiny, but I'm assuming they could be. Okay, we'll turn around to the front. Navigation deflector dish, and not much more than just the blue there. You got some more phasers by the look of it over here. Obviously, being a science vessel, it's not going to be heavily armed. Obviously, this would be your main bridge. Okay, but I'm not sure how many decks the ship has. I don't think it would have a lot for the size. Now, holding it right here, I didn't even have to get into it to show you, but if you can see over here, I have a light on to my right, and it's really pushing through that red part there. So I love that glow effect in there with the LEDs, or I should say the plastic, the way they set it up. Same thing with the blue. It kind of catches the light in there a bit too to give a nice little glow. But what do you guys think? Nice little ship, huh? Alright. Alright, well, we're going to set it up in the stand here, and maybe we can do a little turnaround with it. Hold on a second. Oh. So right off the top, this is definitely got to be pushed in all the way. It just slipped out, as you saw in my first try. So the weight is definitely in the front end on this one. But once you get in there, it seems pretty sturdy. I love the design of this overall, like I said. The metallic on this almost has a copper, I want to say like a copper tone to it. So definitely has a nice metallic coating. You definitely see some of the windows lit up here for where your crew would be. And you got some more down here on this side. I imagine if you put this next to the Enterprise F, this would be very tiny. There's no doubt in my mind about it. We'll hold on for 1 second, and I'll get my little carousel out, and you can get to see the full magic of its turnaround. Alright. Yes, I had to turn off the lights so you can see the nice blue LEDs underneath it. It's trying to turn. It could be just that it needs a new battery, but I at least wanted you guys to be able to see a little better. I'll turn this light back on. Yeah, I don't think the ship's warp capacity wasn't that great. I believe it only had a warp factor of like maybe 6 or 7 at tops. I know it was under attack by the, what was it called, the Sakul, I believe was the enemy there, Picard. one of the changelings that was going after Crusher in the beginning of the season. So we didn't see a whole lot of this ship in action except for the opening of the season. But, alright, it's just going to go back and forth a little bit. I think it's because the weight's not very balanced on this, but I at least wanted to try it again because I did it once before. It should go all the way around. But at least this way you guys got to see it a little bit. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel and not subscribed, please click the bell for notifications to receive updates, as I do post new videos for the Star Trek series, as well as others I do, including Hot Wheels and action figures. I appreciate you taking your time to come and watch this video. And as always, stay humble and true, my dudes. One to beam out.